warm welcome to all my audience and to all my students to the 13th episode of Meet My Diamonds. And today alongside me I have Rittika এবং ঋত্বিকাদের সবেমাত্র fourth semester results have come out and she has secured a very good SGPA of 8.2, and along with that she has secured 385 marks out of 500, and she happens to be the third highest marks getter from her college, that is Department of Law, Hazra campus. So Rittika, it is a pleasure for me to have you today alongside me for the interview. Yes, Rittika.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity today. I am Rittika Bidyanta, and I am currently studying in Department of Law, University of Calcutta, Hazra campus.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, my very first question to you, Rittika, would be kindly tell us about your schooling background and where do you stay?
I did my schooling from Loreto Day School, Bogosa, till class 10. Then I did my plus 2 from Loreto House, and I stay in Shammas.
Perfect. Also, tell me about your family background. By that, I mean whether you are the first generation or you have some of your family members in the legal profession.
I do not have someone directly connected to litigation from my family, so in litigation, I am the first generation.
Okay, very good. You are the first generation, and followed by that, the next question would be what was the motivating factor behind studying law?
Motivating factor as such, we all know that law opens a lot of doors and opportunities. It's a very noble profession. So litigation is not only one option. We can sit for the judiciary, or we can go for corporate also, or we can even go for academics if we choose law. And coming from humanities background, I think it was a very good option for me. So I took law as a career, and on a lighter note, I do not have to do maths every day. So that's why that was a plus point.
Absolutely correct. She has given me a very apt answer. Jay, what was the motivating factor? There are a lot of opportunities in today's world. মানে আগেকার দিনে কি হতো, when a person used to study law, the opportunities were quite limited. Generally মানুষ প্র্যাকটিসই করতো. But standing today, there is a legal department for almost all the private companies, public sectors starting from bank, insurance companies such as LIC, railways, Indian Army, Indian Navy. They hire law officers every year. So today law is a very noble profession, and along with that it is also a very looked after kinba sought for profession. The reason being, আমরা এখানে সেরমভাবে চাকরির দিকে দৌড়াই না. There are a lot of opportunities. Practice is always open to us. We can always go set up a legal firm, consultancy, legal consultancy firm, and so on. তো আজকের দিনে দাঁড়িয়ে সেই দিক দিয়ে law is indeed a very noble profession which offers you a range of career opportunities. ঠিক আছে, তার সঙ্গে আমি আমার অডিয়েন্সকে এটাও বলতে চাইবো যে no doubt she has secured very good marks and she happens to be the third highest from her college, that is Department of Law, Hazra campus. Along with that, ওদের কলেজেরই highest 389 marks which has been secured by মৌলি বিশ্বাস, যার ইন্টারভিউ আমার আগে অলরেডি একবার নেওয়া আছে. সেকেন্ড হাইয়েস্ট উঠেছে ফ্রম আভিপসা, she has secured 387 marks, and Rittika happens to be the third highest from her college. So this is a very consistent batch. ওরা এখন 6th সেমিস্টারে আছে, and after going through their 4th semester results, no doubt I am very happy to come across the results of you guys. Very good, Rittika. My next question to you would be, Rittika, অলরেডি মোটামুটি 3টে সেমিস্টারের তো রেজাল্ট বেরিয়েই গেছিলো, এখন 4th সেমিস্টারের রেজাল্ট বেরোলো. সো হোয়াট ওয়ার ইয়োর ফিলিংস কিংবা ইমোশনস আফটার চেকিং ইয়োর রেজাল্টস, এসপেশালি বিকজ ইউ উইল বি অ্যাপ্লাইং ফর অনার্স? From that perspective, give me the answer.
Sir, I was satisfied to see my results. So at that time, I was not sure about the honors thing. The first thing I was looking was if there was an improvement from my previous results. So I definitely saw an improvement, and I was very satisfied with the marks. And then I thought that I should apply for honors because I don't know if I will get it or not for sure. But then it was like the marks is good, consistent. So I thought I'll apply for it. So that added to this point.
অ্যাবসলিউটলি কারেক্ট। তো এখানে আমি জাস্ট একটুখানি আমার অডিয়েন্সকে, আমার স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে যারা জুনিয়র ব্যাচেসে আছে একটু ইনফর্ম করব যে ইউ নিড টু অ্যাপ্লাই ফর অনার্স when the results of the first 4 semesters are out, and along with that class 12 এর results is also taken into consideration. So Calcutta University under a student who is pursuing a 5 years BA LLB curriculum needs to apply for the honors when he or she is in the 6th semester, and সেই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের সঙ্গে you need to attach your class 12 results, and along with your class 12 results the results of the first 4 semesters. This is the criteria for applying for honors, and you need to file that application when you are in your 6th semester. Okay, now moving on to the next question, Rittika. Out of the 5 papers which you had in your 4th semester, which was your favorite paper and why?
So constitutional law was my favorite paper because I think not only as law students but generally as citizens of India we should be very aware of our rights, and the constitution guarantees some fundamental rights to us through the articles. And it was very interesting because there are many landmark judgments which were very interesting for me to read and understand. So yeah, constitutional law was one of my favorites.
Okay, a very good reply. And constitutional law is the mother of all laws. It is the source of all the laws. So without the constitution, the other laws will lose their essence. Absolutely correct, Ritika. Moving on to the next question. What was your study timetable? Did you have any fixed duration, and or how did you manage time between the law papers and the non-law papers?
I definitely dedicated more time to the law papers because they are more important. And I do not have specific hours, but I used to keep myself up to date. Like if something is taught today, I'll go through it today and I'll see if I have understood it or not. So during data Pranota, I used to try to keep it up with that. And I used to try to learn what is done in one week in that particular week. So if I am learning something beforehand, it is easier for me to revise, and if I'm understanding something and learning it, then I'll be able to remember it.
অ্যাবসলিউটলি কারেক্ট, আ ভেরি গুড অ্যান্সার। তো এখানে স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে বুঝতে হবে যে ল মানে যে শুধুই সেকশনস, আর্টিকেলস এবং মাগিং ইট আপ, দ্যাটস নট দ্য কারেক্ট ওয়ে টু প্রসিড। সো ইউ নিড টু অ্যাটেন্ড দ্য ক্লাসেস, ইউ নিড টু স্টাডি থ্রু আউট দ্য সেমিস্টার rather than studying just 1 month before your external exam. That is not a very good strategy. And along with that, it is also very important to understand the concepts, because if you don't understand the concepts, when you apply them practically in a court of law, that may get very difficult for you. ঠিক আছে। My next question to you, Rittika, how much should you write when a question carries 16 marks or a question carries 8 marks?
So ideally for a question carrying 16 marks, we have to write 4 to 5 pages. And for a question carrying 8 marks, we have to write 2 to 3 pages because time management is very important during exams. So we should keep in mind and proceed with the answers.
Absolutely correct, Rittika. তো এখানে she has correctly pointed out যে time management is very important. Why? Because you need to attempt 5 questions in 3 hours. তাহলে per question the time which I am getting is roughly 36 minutes. Exactly 36 minutes is all I am getting for each question. ঠিক আছে, তারপরে we need to complete the paper on time, and we need to keep at least 5 minutes in our hands so as to just go through the paper, whether I have written the question numbers correctly, whether I have highlighted the answers, whether I have written the sections in a proper manner, whether I've used two different inks for writing the answers, and so on. So that is very important. So, on that note, my next question to you would be, Rittika, kindly tell us the concept of highlighting or underlining the important sections or using at least two different inks while writing the paper.
Personally, I think it is very important to highlight the important portions because whenever we are writing an answer, we are writing very long answers. So the presentation is very important. So whenever an examiner is correcting the paper, we should be having this in our mind that we should highlight the important portions. So when he sees that paper, his attention is drawn to that portion. So I even think that using two inks is very good for the highlighting part or writing that certain phrase in that using the different ink is also very useful, and also writing case laws in capital letters. These are few things that can enhance the answer and draw the attention of the examiner to the paper.
Absolutely correct. এখানে স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে বুঝতে হবে যে অ্যাজ এক্সামিনার্স when we go for paper corrections in Bardhaman University or in Calcutta University, that case which is applicable for me, so we need to correct a lot of papers. তো ওই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে the faster I correct your paper and the faster I am able to find out what is the story or what is the narrative of your answer, the faster I correct your paper. If it is accompanied with a good handwriting and good presentation, obviously the student will secure very good marks. So just knowing the answer is not enough. Along with knowing the answer, the correct presentation is equally important. Yes, Rittika. Moving on to the next question. What is your opinion? Self study is absolutely fine, or tuitions kinba guidance is really necessary?
So I think that self-study is important, but guidance actually helps us more because though it says that we have 6 months per semester, but in reality it's 4 to 5 months, and making our own notes and trying to understand each concept within that 4 to 5 months is not possible because it's very time consuming. So if we have a guidance, then we'll be able to understand the concepts very like very properly, because as we know, if we open the bare act, we'll not be able to understand much because all the different expressions have different meanings. So I think guidance is very important. We'll get our notes, we'll be able to understand it better, we will be able to learn it better. So yes, guidance did play a crucial role in my life.
Okay, she has given a very good answer. She has told us that tuitions kinba guidance is necessary, but along with that she has also told me যে সেলফ স্টাডি ইজ অলসো ইকুয়ালি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। কেন ইম্পর্টেন্ট সেটাই এবারে আমি আমার অডিয়েন্সকে কিংবা স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে একটু বলি। যে টিউশনসে নোটস থেকে শুরু করে হাউ টু ডেভেলপ আ অ্যান্সার, এভরিথিং ইউ গেট আ প্রপার আইডিয়া, বাট ইটস নেভার পসিবল টু গেট নোটস ফর এভরিথিং। আ কোয়েশ্চেন মে কাম আউট অফ দ্য টপিক। তো ওই জন্যই সেলফ স্টাডি ইজ অলসো ইকুয়ালি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। আরও কেন সেলফ স্টাডি কিংবা বুক রিডিং ইম্পর্টেন্ট? কারণ ইন দ্য এক্সাম questions only come from those topics which are the most important topics from the perspective of the exam. তার মানে কি বাকি জায়গাগুলো ইম্পর্টেন্ট নয়? Obviously they are important. Maybe they are not important for the exam, but when you move on to your practical life, practice life, তখন কাজে লাগবে। So along with going through the notes, study materials, taking guidance, self-study, going through the bare acts, flipping the pages of your books is also equally important. Okay, so my last question to you, Rittika, would be what will be your tips kinba suggestions for those students who are right now in their 4th semester এবং যারা 4th semester পরীক্ষাটা দেবে in the month of August, most probably August 2025? Yes, Rittika.
I think first thing they have to keep in mind is time management during the exam, then presentation while writing the answers, and while studying I think the most important thing is concept clarity. They should be very clear with the concepts, because if the question is not straightforward, they can like understand the question and then write the answer. So I think understanding the concepts, like starting a little early, and then keeping the time, keeping in mind the time frame. All these things are very important. Plus, good handwriting and presentation.
Okay. Okay, so Ritika has given us 4 to 5 suggestions for the immediate junior batch students. এবং যদি ছোট্ট করে to put it in a nutshell, she has told me যে time management is one of the most important aspects, followed by good presentation skills, accompanied by good handwriting, underlining and highlighting the important parts of your answer. এইসব জিনিসগুলো very good. So, on that note, Ritika, it was lovely having you today in the interview session. And I firmly believe whatever insights, whatever suggestions which you have shared, the tips and tricks which has helped you to secure a very good marks in your fourth semester results will be very handy, খুব helpful হবে তাদের জন্য who are right now in their fourth semester, and they will definitely abide by your suggestions. They will definitely try to follow some of your suggestions, instructions, the insights which you have shared. On that note, আমি আজকে ইন্টারভিউটা এখানেই শেষ করব, অ্যান্ড উইথ দ্যাট মাই বেস্ট উইশেস শ্যাল অলওয়েজ স্টে উইথ ইউ। এখন অবধি তো আমাদের কলেজ লাইফই চলছে, সো দ্য রিমেইনিং সেমিস্টার্স I will always expect the same good results from you and your entire batch. ঠিক আছে? Thank you, Ritika.
Thank you, sir.